Criminal convictions, bullets, campaign chaos. It's been a race like no other. So, as he lands one of the greatest comebacks of all time, how did Donald Trump go from political pariah to reclaiming the White House?
What was meant to be the final curtain.
Joseph R. Biden Jr. winning the White House and denying President Trump a second term
Became the opening act.
If you count the legal votes, I easily win.
This is an extremely flammable situation, and the president just threw a match into it.
Fight like hell. And if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore.
Then a sudden, deafening silence.
Facebook says it will continue to ban Donald Trump.
Twitter has announced it is cutting off President Trump permanently.
Trump exiled, impeached, then acquitted, then all of a sudden back.
Do you miss me? They miss me.
The former president ripping up the rulebook to attempt one of the biggest comebacks of all time.
And I am tonight announcing my candidacy for President of the United States.
His supporters growing ever more loyal, despite a slew of lawsuits.
I don't even know who this woman is. I have no idea. I have to pay a fine of $355 million, threatening me with 400 years in prison.
Hi, everyone. Did you know about the $130,000 payment in 2028?
Trump becoming a convicted felon.
Count 1, guilty.
Trump is guilty!
Count 2, guilty.
Go to jail! Go to jail!
Count 8, guilty. Count 9, 10, guilty. Guilty, guilty. Count 26, guilty. And 34, guilty.
Found guilty of falsifying business records in a criminal hush money plot to corrupt the 2016 election.
He's an innocent man.
It's a rigged trial, a disgrace.
How's it going to change my mind?
But for every setback, it seemed the Republican candidate bounced back stronger.
The US Supreme Court has ruled that Donald Trump has some immunity from prosecution.
Then the moment that stopped the nation and much of the world. At a rally in Pennsylvania, Trump narrowly avoided a lone gunman's bullet. The photo of a bloodied and defiant Trump becoming instantly iconic, galvanising his base.
You will not take this man down.
I had God on my side. I felt that.
Let Trumpomania run wild, brother! Let Trumpomania rule again!
But just a week later, the attempt on Trump's life and his boost in momentum was incredibly overshadowed.
So I decided the best way forward is to pass the torch to a new generation.
Donald Trump, who seemed almost untouchable, suddenly on the back foot.
The momentum in this race is shifting. And there are signs that Donald Trump is feeling it.
So now we have a new victim to defeat. Lion Kamala Harris, Lion, L-Y-I-N apostrophe.
There was a second assassination attempt.
Only consequential presidents get shot at.
A final debate showdown.
They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats, the people that live there.
The race neck and neck until the bitter end.
It's going to be better for the country if he wins.
He's gonna fix America again.
So, precisely 4 years after he was cast out by voters...
He says, "You're not going to be a dictator, are you?" I said, no, other than day one.
In a country so deeply divided...
If I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath.
Trump tonight took to the stage declaring election victory.
We're going to help our country heal. We're going to help our country heal. We have a country that needs help. Hey, look what happened. Is this crazy?
Well, Willie, we've been dissecting all of this over the last few hours. I'm really keen to just get your take on this. Is there less shock, do you think, about this than there was in 2016? Because you've been there both times.
Yeah, definitely far less shock. I mean, 2016, you've got to remember, there was no sign that Trump was going to win that race. We'd never seen a candidate like Trump before. And from all reports, even Donald Trump didn't think he was going to win that race on election day. This time it's very different. We know he's been elected before, so there's proof of concept. Everyone was saying this was down to a knife edge. So there's a lot of nervousness. There is absolutely a lot of nervousness. And there is no doubt that voters on both sides of this election felt that there was something existential at play here or at risk. And so that was definitely there. But shock, no, I don't think you could say shock. Maybe at the margin, but not at the result.
Maybe you were his lucky charm, Waleed.
Oh. Yeah, that's right. I'm batting 100 for Trump, aren't I? I've been here 2016 and 2024.
Absolutely.
And I missed out on 2020. And I guess that probably means I'm term limited now and cannot return unless the Constitution is amended. So we'll see how we go.
Waleed, I need you to stay there for a while. Actually, I need a favour. I bought up big with Kamala Harris merch. I'm in a pickle now. Do you know anyone that might take it off my hands?
Do you keep that with all your Sydney Swans merch?
Oh.
Is that where that is?
I was going to comment that. I was like, as a Swan supporter, I can relate to the Democrats at the moment. My heart's breaking.
Hey, Waleed, Trump has been
By
calling...
the way, Sam, can I just on this, Sam, what shirt is that?
Oh!
I got a glimpse the other day. Until the other moment, I can't.
Oh.
What is that?
This is the real bloodbath.
I think it's beautiful, actually. You don't like it? Mate, I dress myself when you're not here, okay?
I like it.
It's a nice texture.
Hey, Waleed, I wanted to know...
I'm sorry, Georgie. I didn't mean to interrupt.
It's okay. It is an interesting shirt choice. I've already said that to him previously. But, Waleed, when it comes to this result and just how emphatic it is, Donald Trump himself is calling it one of the greatest political comebacks of all time, not just in America but in the world. Where do you think it ranks?
Well, I think that's hyperbole, and you're entitled to hyperbole when you've just won an election. You can say pretty much whatever you like. It's a big political comeback because he was defeated last time, and there was a kind of assumption that he might just disappear, move off into the distance, and he certainly hasn't done that. The one thing I would say is, if you remove the Trump factor, you remove all the sensationalism around this. This was always an election for the Republicans to win because when you have a cost of living crisis, when you have inflation, and you have economic pain, people want to boot out an administration. That is there. So that doesn't mean this wasn't an achievement. This doesn't mean that Trump hasn't done something quite spectacular in the way he's won both these elections. But it was a winnable election. And so what I think we might be seeing in the United States, as around the world actually, is a bit of an anti-incumbent thing where people want to just kick out the government that's there when there are bad times. And I suppose we'll see where we are in 4 years. So an achievement, I don't know if I'd say it's the greatest of all time or anything like that, but you can't take it away from him.
Waleed, your stuff over there has just been top-notch.
Yeah, you've done so well.
You've been so good on the road, but we miss you. When are you coming back? We want to see you soon. We love Hamish too, but, you know.
We will see you soon.
You're a man.
Yeah. No, I understand that. I and my shirts will be back on Monday, I think. So I think I'm landing Sunday and I'll be heavily jet-lagged. You've got to get me through it on Monday.
We'll see you then. Well, that brings to an end our special coverage of the US election.